Style File is touring the closets of executives with strong personal style and a flair for unusual fashion. First up is Teresa Surratt, whose signature style is vintage.
As a creative director and partner at Ogilvy, Teresa Surratt's professional life is all about sculpting a distinct image for brands. So it's no surprise that her own image is equally well thought out. We're at her home in Westtown to tour her eclectic closet and get her creative take on corporate.
For Teresa, creative means steering away from the usual stores on Michigan Avenue in favor of thrift shops, flea markets in Paris, Barcelona, and London, and vintage resale in Chicago and New York.
I like to buy almost everything thrift stores. I do. I like vintage resale, but I like it because it's unique. I do think about how I dress reflecting the agency and how it reflects the work that they do and they want to do and who they aspire to be. Sometimes you dress like the target audience for the product because that's who you want to talk to, especially in a focus group environment. If you're surrounded by the girls that you're trying to relate with, you want to be one with them. I might wear something like this, which is all about the texture and the color. There's a headscarf that goes with it. Maybe I'm not going to wear that headscarf to a Chicago client, but I would for my New York client because they'd get a kick out of it. My S.E. Johnson client is quite conservative. I will take a really minimal piece, such as this, and then I'll pair it with maybe a really crazy scarf. This is a vintage piece actually from the 1950s I got at a yard sale, but I love it and it fits perfect. It really is all about the fit, and in this case the fabric. It's a nice structured fabric. There isn't a yard sale that I can drive by. If I see a flea market or a resale shop, I am doing U-turns in the middle of the road. You couldn't find this in a store. I get more compliments on this, and then when I tell people I got it for $6, they almost don't believe me. They're looking to us as a creative agency to bring them new ideas and fresh thinking, so you have to surprise them a little bit. There was this little old lady in a farm and fleet who had the most amazing taste in the 1950s, and she had this big rack of dresses, and everyone fit me perfectly. She sold me the whole rack for $5, $10 a piece. If you're patient, you can find lots of things.